So can you grab a water? Yeah, grab a water. Thanks. Okay, Alec, if you want to say a couple words, and we'll take some questions.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for being here today. I know I wish it was under different circumstances, but I just want to express to you guys and the fans of baseball that the last 7 months has been a nightmare. It's been, probably the worst time of my life, for sure. Obviously, for the circumstances that are at hand, and also dealing with a very tough surgery in a rehab program, and being 38. I am thrilled and humbled to have the opportunity to put on this uniform again and to play Major League Baseball again. And I feel like I was 18 years old back in Fenway Park in 1994 when I went in to face the Red Sox for the very first time. And it's been 20 years. And just very excited to have the opportunity to go out there and play baseball and help my team win. And prove to myself, my teammates, the fans of New York, the fans of baseball, that I still have a shot to play the game at a high level, and I'm going to give it my best.
Meredith, would you like to ask a question?
Alex, 12 players accepted suspension today for their connection with BioGenesis. You're the only one that's appealing. What went into your decision to appeal?
Well, there was a lot. I'm not going to get into any of that today. I think obviously disappointing with the news today, no question about it. But what we've always fought for is for the process, and I think we have that. And at some point, we'll sit in front of an arbiter and give our case. And that's as much as I feel comfortable telling you right now.
In the back, Ian.
Alex, in your statement today, you said you were disappointed in the penalty that MLB imposed, but you didn't deny the charges. Do you deny that you used PEDs?
Like I said, I think we'll have a forum to discuss all of that, and we'll talk about it then.
Who else? Standing in the back with your hand up.
Alex, do you feel that this is a witch hunt by Major League Baseball?
A what?
A witch hunt.
I don't want to discuss. I don't know what the motivation is for any of this, but I'm going to respect the process. I feel good that we have an opportunity to do that in the right platform, and we're going to follow the BA and state our case.
Alex, what are the likelihoods that during the process of the appeal and you see the evidence that Major League Baseball may have against you, that you would drop that appeal and go on as life goes on?
I'm sorry, you got to repeat that first part of that question.
What are the chances during the appeal, you see the evidence that Major League Baseball has against you? They have to show you that. Is it likely that you would back away from the appeal and go on and take the punishment?
If I'm understanding your question properly, we've seen everything. And again, there'll be a time and a place for all of that. And when the time is right, we'll all speak more freely.
Right here, on the switch side.
Yeah.
Alex, have you, if the appeal process does not go your way, have you come to terms at all with the idea that your baseball career could possibly be over?
Say that first part again?
I'm sorry, if the appeal process does not go your way, have you come to terms yet personally with the idea that your baseball career could possibly be over?
You know, I got to tell you, I haven't thought that far ahead, but I am so excited to have an opportunity to wear this uniform and help this team win. I mean, there's a lot of baseball to be played for us this year, and I hope that for one moment with this appeal process, we have an opportunity to talk about the greatest game in the world, to take a little bit of a time out from this and give the fans of baseball an opportunity to focus on all the great stories that are happening in baseball right now. Above all, I'm a huge baseball fan, and I hope that we can put the light on a lot of this. So hopefully today we can take a time out, take a deep breath, and focus on all these great baseball stories.
We're gonna switch sides. Dave and Ken. Dave?
Alex, Friday in Scranton, you mentioned there were, not Scranton. You mentioned there were a couple of different parties that were trying to keep you off the field. You didn't specify, but the perception was that it was the Yankees were one of them. I was wondering if you coming back now and being among the team, the general manager here is now, did you have to talk to Brian Cashman at all coming back, or talk to anybody to clear the air or try to clarify what you had said? Anybody with the team?
Well, I spoke with Cash yesterday afternoon, and we just talked about playing third base today, being back. He welcomed me back. And for me, it's going to be business as usual. I got a job to do. I have 24 teammates in there. We have a mission to, enter the postseason. Obviously, we have challenges ahead of us, but I think focus is what can I do to help this team win. I'm trying to talk to all my teammates, understand what's been happening here the last 3 or 4 months, kind of get in the groove as quick as I can, and help lead this team, help lead this offensive team to where we need to go.
Kenny?
Two quick ones. First of all, based on your conversations with your attorneys, with the union, do you expect to play through the season just based on the timing of the appeals process?
Ken, I haven't gotten any indication of the timing of anything. I'm so focused on tonight, and it's been a long time for me. And the last time I was on the field, it wasn't pretty. It was against Detroit in the playoffs and against Baltimore, and I was horrific. So I have an opportunity now to come in and hit in the middle of the lineup, hopefully get some big hits, and help this team enter the playoffs.
Michael Weiner said today, referring to your comments Friday night, Trenton, he said he thought they were counterproductive, and he thought Alex probably isn't that happy with those comments. I'm wondering if you have...
Who wasn't that happy?
Michael Weiner was saying that perhaps you were not happy, looking back with those comments, wondering how you feel about them a few days later.
I said what I said. That's Friday night. Today is another day, and I'm focused on, what my job is and my responsibilities to the New York Yankees and the fan base of New York. I do want to thank all the fans and some of the media people that are here today, and my Dominican people, and all the Hispanics all over the world. I mean, the support I've gotten has been incredible. It's been the toughest fight of my life. By any means, am I out of the woods? This is probably just phase 2, just starting. It's not going to get easier. It's probably going to get harder. But I am humbled, and I'm thankful for the support.
Take a few more. Tyler? Go ahead.
Now, one thing I don't quite understand, you said there's a time and place to talk about stuff. If you didn't use PEDs in this recent, why don't you just say it?
There's a lot of things that have been thrown to the wall, and I think when the room is right, there'll be an opportunity to do all of that. I don't think that time is right now, and I don't want to interfere or get in the way of anything that would due process. Go ahead.
Steve and Dave?
In 2009, you asked fans to judge you from that point forward in your press conference at spring training. What would you say to them now, the people who took you on your word then?
Well, I would tell them that, please have some patience, let this process play out, and, in due time, we'll have an opportunity to reset.
Dave?
Alex, a lot of stuff has gone on the last few weeks and months with the Yankees, between you and the Yankees. Do you feel that they want you back?
If I'm productive, I think they want me back. I think, I feel tremendous support from our clubhouse. I feel great support from my manager. I think overall we all have the same goal. You know, New York's about winning championships. It's about producing, and hopefully I have an opportunity to do that and help us all reach our goal. Claro, dale. Whoa.
I was wondering if, over the course of the last however long, if any decisions you made, any acts you chose to make, do you regret? Are there regrets? And if there are things you regret, I'm wondering what those might be.
You're talking about specifically over the last.
Relates to today and the process of the last 7 months.
Look, Tim, there's nothing about it that's been easy. All of it has been challenging. I'm sure there's been mistakes made along the way. We're here now. I'm a human being. I've had 2 hip surgeries. I've had 2 knee surgeries. I'm fighting for my life. I have to defend myself. If I don't defend myself, no one else will. There's a process. I'm happy the process. In due time, hopefully, you know, whatever happens, happens.
We'll take one en español.
¿Hay algún mensaje en particular que te gustaría enviarle a la fanaticada que no habla inglés?
Claro, primero, un gracias a todos los fanáticos hispánicos en el mundo entero. El apoyo que me han dado, de verdad me ha tocado el corazón. Yo creo que hay un proceso. El proceso, si Dios quiere, me ayudará cuando yo tenga mi oportunidad de decir mi historia. Y de verdad, un abrazo y una gracia muy grande a todos los hispanos.
¿Por qué no lo niegas?
Esto es un proceso, no solamente es eso. Hay muchas cosas que están en juego ahora mismo y cuando el tiempo tenga todo, uno no puede hablar de una cosa, 2 cosas, hay que hablar de todo en general. Y cuando el tiempo venga, yo voy a tener una oportunidad de decir mi historia y mi historia completa.
Gracias.
Yeah, Mark.
Following up on something you said before, you said you don't know what the motivation behind all this is. I know you're not going to speak specifically, but MLB laid out exactly what they're charging you with, so it seems like their motivation is they believe you did these things. Is your implication here that you didn't do these things, or?
I think, Mark, that I'm not saying that anyone is making anything up. I'm not saying anything about MLB or anything that's going on. I am saying that we have a process. This is America. You have an opportunity to defend yourself, and I think the process, like all of us Americans, will have an opportunity to defend ourselves in a due process, and I think that's what we have today, and I'll have my day.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Thanks,
We'll have
guys.
Joe and Teddy post game for sure. We'll give you more information as we come together.
Well, there you saw, and Alex Rodriguez, I don't think you can say is contrite, apologetic. He said he's going to let the process work its way, but he is defiant. He made it clear today that he will not go quietly, and he believes that the process affords him, as it does, a chance to respond to the accusations. We're going to find out what those are, and we're going to find out his answers for them. But he certainly did not utter any denials today either. So when we come back, we're going to talk about what we just heard. And also, as I said, later on in this program, we're going to have an interview with Anthony Weiner. And I can tell you, I was struck today by some parallels here we've seen in these 2 stories, whether it's narcissism, denials, whatever it is, 2 human dramas playing out with a little bit in common. We'll be right back with more on this.